Here we go. Spawning here in the top left from the Ris3n community, our Terran player in blue. This is Shiny Pants. And his opponent in the bottom right with some crazy drone skin. From Formless Bearsloths, our red Zerg player, it is S'more. Oh, he's got the sweet Ultra tournament win thing too. That thing is just baller. We don't have one over here, so already S'more is ahead in this game, obviously, by having that little icon there. It's an extremely important thing to have. Curious if, was he like AFK? No, because he's made drones, obviously. It's just, wasn't doing anything for a while. That second over just wasn't rallied out. Okay, never mind. Nothing too shocking yet from either of our players. Hatchery first for the Zerg down here. On the other side of the map, we have the gas coming up for the Ris3n. Got his barracks on the way as well. He's even sitting an SCV out to scout because why not? May as well get all the information. I feel like that's not something they want. Server is on Singapore right now, and I've got 300 milliseconds of lag. One of the players might be from Singapore. I think S'more might be. I'm not sure where Shiny Pants is from, but that's a hefty amount of lag to have to deal with, especially in the TVZ. Really for either player. If Shiny Pants goes bio, say, against Bling Bling, that'll be really annoying if Shiny Pants is the one who's struggling with the latency. I guess we'll see if they want to remake or even if they notice. So anyway, this is the Validity Team League as we scroll right past the logo there. This is week number 4 here of their second season. I'll go look up the records after this. I forgot about that. Completely forgot about doing that. But these two players are both Platinum level players. It is an all-kill format, so we do have 2 Plats initially. And then we roll in with a couple of Diamond players as the other 2 players for each team. A bunch of links on the map. With Reaper to get in, it's going to get at least the 1 drone kill. Maybe a little bit more, but yeah, at this point, I don't know how like either player hasn't noticed the fact that this latency is this bad. It may even be so easy as to just exit and recover from replay at this point. But even though this Reaper over here has gotten a couple of drone kills, there are lings on this side of the map. There's only a couple of Marines over here that could get at least a 1 or 2 SCVs over here. There are a couple on the low grounds from Shiny Pants. Actually, he lowers the supply depot and thinks better of it. He's like, nah, I don't want to fight that many lings from the high ground, so I'll go ahead and not do that. Reaper going to come back home as well, but speed is about to finish up, so Reaper will be able to be chased down pretty soon here. We actually have a Roach Warren on the way here for our Zerg player as well, so he could go pretty heavily all in with all of this. Speed finishes up, Reaper does go down. Now this is going to be kind of difficult for our Terran player. He was going into this 2-2 or 2-1-1 sort of setup, it seems. He's got 6 Marines now, so he should be able to get rid of this just fine. No problems there. And then the follow-up to this, either, I imagine, tanks or, yeah, it's probably going to be tanks. No, it's going to be a reactor. Just 1 second, sorry. My dog is having some time. I think he's either puking or, I don't know. I'll be right back. Alright, I don't know, he was just looking at nothingness. He's, like, trying to find an old toy, I think, that's buried in my closet somewhere. And he's whining about it. It's actually pretty great. Anyway, in the meantime, we do have a couple roaches that have been on the way. We have the 3rd hatchery was finally thrown down here by our Zerg player. I'm not sure if you can hear him in the background. Okay, we do have tanks eventually coming out, but we did go directly into double medevac production. Stim is about 3/4 finished here. So this could be a really powerful push. We've seen this a lot recently, and we've seen it a lot in the VTL. A lot of Terran players at this level doing this sort of a build, seeing what they can get done. It's just a really, really powerful push. It does a lot of damage. Even if you have units out, dealing with Stim Marines, as much as there are or are going to be, can be really difficult. Really good for S'more that he has seen this coming, so he knows it's on the way at least. So he can kind of hopefully prepare for it a little bit. See what he decides to do with that. It looks like the drop's going to be going directly into his main base. There's not a lot up here. Meanwhile, on the field itself, he's got 6 Roaches and 2 Ravagers, which isn't really a lot in terms of trying to deal with this drop here. Just switch over and watch the vision of our Zerg player and see what he's able to see. And right now, he's just looking at his Overlord. He's not paying attention to the fact that this drop is actually coming in at the same time. He doesn't even know it's coming in fact. He's just waiting, seeing nothing. Is he going to react to this very well or not? We'll have to see, as the drop does stem on in, gets on top of a Queen, and there's finally a little bit of reaction. There's some Roaches being pulled back, but not a lot to speak of. 10 drones immediately go down here. The entire drone line, actually, all 16 drones that are up here are taken out. Roaches are slowly creeping on into the main base to try and deal with this. At the same time, he's actually losing quite a bit, and not surprisingly, we've got a bit of lag. I'm not really sure who it is. Actually, it might be my account, a secondary account. I'm going to pop out of the game. On that one, it was lagging a little bit over there. I'm going to turn down the video on that screen next time through. Drop is eventually cleaned up, but yeah, that's a lot of workers that got killed. On this side of the map, Shining Pants has taken his 3rd base. He's got 43 workers to 18. There's quite a bit of an army that's going to be moving across the map now here for the Zerg player. But there's at least one tank, but the tank actually got picked up. So this is not actually going to be able to be prepared for this push in a defensive manner at least. Roach speed hasn't been upgraded just yet for S'more. So that's kind of difficult. And in fact, Shiny Pants, he's taken all of these units across the map in some fashion. He just flew over all of these Roaches with 2 medevacs full of units. He has a single tank back home. There is nothing else. Is this going to turn into just a really strange base trade? Not quite, because there is no high ground vision for the Zerg player at all. So you can't see this tank. It's already got 3 kills even. He's going to be picking up a lot of workers at the same time across the map. Tank and some Marines being dropped down in the 3rd base. 2 medevacs worth of Marines will be dropping in the main base. Natural Command Center does lift off. Shiny Pants reacting decently to this. A couple of Vikings out. Maybe they'll land and try and help fight. This 3rd base is under fire. There actually was an SCV in this. 22 SCVs got killed here. Drop the main is actually stationary, not doing anything. Shiny Pants is probably a little bit more worried about what's going on in his main base. But he has, for the most part, cleaned up this entire push, and now he has stemmed in. He's taken out the lair. He still exists over the 3rd. It's just 5 Marines and a tank and these 2 medevacs. Lair will go down here. Yeah, there's Lings in production now for our Zerg player, but he just doesn't have really any units left right now. It's down to 43 supply. Most of that is, well, these drones are over here and a Queen. He's got some Roaches in production that'll be coming out and some Lings as well, but that's not going to be enough. And S'more is going to go ahead and tap out there. GG, so game number 1 will go to the Ris3n community.